everything on him. How do you think the Dolphins are going to do?
Well, I think that the coaching staff might seem to be all in on Tannehill, but I don't think the fans are. I think if he doesn't perform well this year, I think he's gone. So I think that's the first thing. He did look good the other night in the preseason game, and he was spreading the ball around and things like that. Amendola was catching balls, so that was kind of nice to see because I don't hate Amendola like I do some of the other Patriots players or former Patriots players. But their defense is decent. They have some. I don't know. I don't know, Steph. What do you think? Because it makes the East so hard.
Let's put it this way. I was never sold on Tannehill. If I were putting myself in a Dolphins fan's shoes, I would not have been sold.
No.
I'm not sold as just a critic of football in general.
I think you said it perfectly, Daniel. I think everybody does not like Ryan Tannehill except for the coaches, and I think it's going to cost the coach his job because
absolutely,
it's like it's just like somebody that's really stubborn, and I'm saying I'm telling you this is my guy, but I think that's not going to end well. The Jets, they just seem to be rebuilding. And who knows if they might just, whether they'll go with McCown or if they'll just put in Darnold already.
I think it's Darnold.
Me too. I think they're going to take that gamble.
Yeah. But you know what, though? They have their offensive line has actually not played so well either. So they have that issue just like we do. So, but I think that they go with the rookie. I think it's New York City. It's big. It's flashy. Everybody wants Darnold. And I think that's what they're going to do. I really do.
Yeah, just look at their headlines on the New York Post and this is their messiah. This is their savior. They're looking for.
Yeah, and then
want
that other team.
Which one? I don't know who you're talking about.
I was literally just thinking because I was at a party yesterday and I was 2 miles away from Gillette, and I was thinking of you all.
I mean, I've been to Gillette, not for a Patriots game, but for a One Direction concert.
Yeah,
and
there was a concert going on.
that area just sucks. What?
Yeah.
They put, I think, what is it, 30 miles south of Boston or something like that? And there's one road in and out. So if you end up there, you're going to be there for a long time. I hope you have snacks because you might die.
Yeah.
It's just a terrible area. But yeah, like I said earlier, my only notes are on New England is they can go to hell, especially as a Steelers fan.
Okay.
Yeah, you have.
So
expert...
I'm like a spy. I listen to Boston. I listen to Boston, radio on my commute. I live right outside Boston. And I deal with Patriots fans. I'm friends with Patriots fans, so I deal with them on a regular. And I think their dynasty is slowly but surely crumbling. Absolutely. I think the wheels are coming off soon. And I tell that to their face, and they say, no, Brady can play till he's 45, and I totally disagree with them because I think this TB12 method is just a total sham. I think there's many truths to that Seth Wickersham article that was released and caused waves. And they said, they denied it. They'll deny it they'll go blue in their face. But I think there were very veins of truth with that expose. And yeah, I honestly think as with any dynasties, they crumble and they fall, and I think we're starting to see that.
I agree, 100%. We're hoping too.
I know.
I don't think it's just us reading into things either. I mean, with all the stuff that's going on with Belichick and Kraft and Brady, and it sounds like they're all kind of at war with each other. And their defense. I mean, I've heard their defense is just. I mean. In practice and then in the preseason, it hasn't looked good. The Eagles game didn't look that good. So, and Tom Brady's old. I mean, that's the fact that our bodies only go so far and do so much. At a certain point, And honestly, I thought last year, I watched him a lot last year. As much as I hate to say it, but you have to scope out the enemy, like Steph said. And I honestly saw some kind of erratic throws by him. Some passes that were maybe a little too high, but the thing is, Gronk will catch almost anything that comes his way because he's huge. He's a monster. It's Gronk. So I think he kind of made up for Brady's passes a little bit.
I think the way the Super Bowl ended was indicative of, the fall of their dynasty. I think it's just the start. It's a catalyst. And they lost too. Their first round pick. He's out for the season for their offensive line. That was a big one. And it's just, they lost Amendola and Eric Decker, I believe, just retired. And so they're losing people left and right. And, there's always talk about, the stuff that's going on in the locker room and the front office. And I agree. I think that. I honestly just don't think that they're a cohesive team. And how are you going to win games if you're not all on the same side? And there's so many egos at play. You got Gronk, who potentially wanted to, leave to, join WWE or something. And maybe he will after this season. I actually think this is going to be his last season. That's, my hot take right there.
We had dirt bikes, too. He wanted to get into, dirt biking or some kind of
he sees more. There's more entertainment, money, and value in that than it is in football. I think his heart's out of football.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think he's on to other things and other prospects.
Yep, I agree with that.
To make money.
Yeah.
So.
I think they still probably go 10-6 this year. Probably still in the division. I'm not gonna, say anything different about that. But I think this might be the last year for, without them being super contested by any of the other three teams in the division. I think this is the last year for that.
Yeah, I think ultimately, and I've thrown this out here on tweets, I think the AFC East is changing, which is nice because I'm sick and tired of the Patriots winning almost every single year since Brady has come into being.
Who isn't?
I'm just tired. It's so boring. And I feel like Patriots fans are just so, okay, no offense to any Patriots fans listening, but I just feel like they're so numb. They're so numb to winning. When the Bills win, it's such a euphoric, I had to explain to my Patriots friends or the fans that I'm friends with, what it felt like when the Bills broke the drought, how that was just taking ecstasy. It was just amazing, an amazing experience, cloud nine, It's just a different, but it'll just be interesting post Brady how the team reacts and how the fan base will react because they're so used to winning.
Oh, they're gonna crumble.
Denial.
Like a house of cards.
They're not going to know what they're going to do.
Brady's gone. Belichick will be gone. He's not going to put up with that anymore because. And it'll be so wonderful.
And Belichick he's the glue that holds that team together. Belichick is. I'm sorry, it's not Brady. It's not Gronk. I know they're good, but Belichick is the team. So once he's gone, forget it.
Belichick wanted to keep on Garoppolo. He wanted that transition.
Which is so smart. That would have been such the smart thing to do, and the dynasty would have continued. And
they screwed that up.
Yep, they did. They did.
Yeah.
Win for us, though. He's out of the AFC, so that's a win for us. I'm glad that they did that.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I'm glad Trask blocked that.
I tell all my 49er fans, friends, enjoy that because that's awesome. I'm rooting for you guys because
I agree.
I hope he does really well. I hope he thrives.
Plus, he's
really
good looking.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. But,
he is.
Yeah.
He's not as good looking as Josh Allen, though. Let's put that out there.
Yeah, he's no
Josh Allen's number one.
But... Josh Allen is numero uno. I don't know. There's just something about Josh Allen.
Hashtag Mrs. Steffi Allen. Just saying. Maybe if you get a hashtag going, maybe he'll see it. Maybe he'll say.
Oh my God! No.
Although if he looked at your tweets, maybe that's not such a good idea. Maybe give him a reader's guide. Maybe
there's a
give
reason
him the good parts.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even think he's on Twitter. That's the problem.
He's not on Twitter.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
He's on Instagram,
it is.
Though. I've crept, and he's definitely on Instagram because he'll like things.
Yeah.
I'm like his #1 fan. Like, if there was like a fan club, I would be his president of his fan club.
Well,
I'm his biggest fan.
Now we have a goal for the year.
That's right.
Get
Jeffy Josh Allen.
And that's funny. It's funny because like the Bills fan base did a complete 180. Like when we first drafted him. Okay, I kind of, not gonna lie, I kind of wanted them to draft Rosen, but like I totally, did my research, looked into Allen, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and then I learned to like love him and like get excited and hyped for him. And but it was just funny how like the Bills fan base did a complete 180 on how we drafted him, and now everyone's in love with him for the most part.
Yeah. But that's because we're fans. That's what we do. We support whoever it is that's going to lead our team. You know what I mean? That's what we do. So, and he kind of
trust the process.
But you know what? He kind of did win us over because, like I said, his character, the leadership that he exhibits, the maturity, he's all about football. Josh Allen is, I'm sorry, but he's not a Josh Rosen. Josh Allen is all about football. It's like his mind is just so focused on that.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. His heart's in it 150%. So
yeah,
we like that.
You might have got the perfect guy there. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. This was awesome. I've been looking forward to having you guys on forever. This was awesome. Thank you so much. And
you're welcome. Thanks for having us. It was awesome.
I'm glad you guys could finally meet, or at least talk to each other.
Yeah. One day we will meet. She wants to come to Philly. I could show her around because that's kind of like my old stomping ground. So we'll go there and maybe who knows?
Maybe pick a better city because Pittsburgh people hate Philadelphia. Maybe meet in New York or something. Or
no way. I love Philly. I'm a Philly. Well, I'm from Pennsylvania. You know that.
Awesome.
So.
I've been to Philly.
I love Philly.
It's awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Always
second home.
In Philadelphia. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Joey.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Okay, now for our as yet unnamed segment, and it'll probably stay that way, filled with stupidity and fun, where we determine the best of something each week. Last week it was best 80s rock band. That was won by Queen, and I got so much crap for that because I kept hearing, well, Queen is a 70s band, and yeah, they were mostly in the 70s, and they mostly had most of their hits in the 70s, but they did release stuff in the 80s, and their Live Aid performance was one of the greatest live performances ever. So, too bad. That's what won. Too bad. And it's my poll. So there. So this week I have Mark Hagelauer. How you doing?
Good. Glad to be here.
Making his debut on the podcast is Drew Zakmin. He's the host of the One Headlight's 90s podcast. Drew, how you doing?
Doing good, buddy. How about
good.
yourself? Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on. Since this is a topic about the 90s, I figured you would be the perfect person to discuss this. This week's topic is best TV character in the 90s, and that could be a cartoon, it could be basically any show that aired during the 90s. So, Mark, let's start. So I think the format that we're gonna stick with is we're going to figure out 7, and maybe have like a top 12 list. We'll narrow it down to 7, and then we'll pick 4 that will be like a play-in game for that 8th spot. So, Mark, let's start with your list.
All right. So we are doing 12 then. Just list down 12 here. All right. I want to preface this by saying that originally I had my number 1 would have been Tony Soprano. I don't know if anyone else has that, but then when I looked on there, I realized that The Sopranos did not start until 99. So I kind of bumped him off the list because I thought one season maybe these characters